Alright, here we are at Hankster's Hot Rods. This is our Homer City, Pennsylvania location here, and today I am going to go over with you this vehicle that's sitting right beside us. This is an all original numbers matching 1968 Pontiac Gto. Yes, it is a real 242 VIN code car. We do have all of the PHS documents for this, original window sticker and so forth, a lot of documentation that comes with this car. So we're going to walk around it, we're going to tell you a little bit about it today here, and hopefully you'll like what we've got here. So again, it's done here in a nice bright red exterior color. The paint and the body is nice and smooth the whole way around this vehicle. It's got your GTO hood here. Again, this is all steel. All of the GTO emblems and so forth, they are present here on the car, as we'll show you. All of the bright work, the wheel lip moldings, all of the trim around the windows, and your drip rail moldings and such. All of those are in really good shape. Everything's polished up really nice and straight. No dents or dings to speak of there. As you can see, our GTO, it's got the factory style rally wheels. These are 15-inch painted wheels. They do have the trim rings, as you can see, and the correct PMD center caps there as well. And then they're sitting on a set of Cobra GT radial tires, 215 70R15s the whole way around on this vehicle. Tread is in excellent condition on this car. Our gaps and elevations on our doors here, they are really good elevations, dead on the car. You can see up on the front fender we've got the GTO 6.5 liter emblems there. All of the glass, including the vent window and the quarter window back here, that is all in great shape as well. Door handles nicely polished up here, and then of course our car has both mirrors, driver and passenger side, chrome mirrors, and those are in great shape too. Let's open our door up. We'll take a look inside. It's got the all black vinyl interior, front bucket seats, factory dash. It's got the factory wood grain steering wheel in it with the Pontiac horn button, factory center console there as well with a Hurst shifter there. All the factory instrumentation too. And then if I look in here real quick, it does look like it's got the factory radio, AM radio in it. And again, carpeting's in great shape. It's got front and rear seat belts too. All of your weather stripping and seals all the way around are in really good shape. There's no chunks taken out, there's no rips or tears in it, and they seal up really well too. The door shuts real nice and easy. Of course, you see that rocker trim too. Again, the bright stuff there looks really good. As we walk back along the side of our car here, again, I always look down the side to make sure everything looks nice and straight the whole way up from back to the front. And on this car, it does. Everything lines up super nice. We've got the GTO decals back here on the rear quarter, and then your side marker lights you always have on these GTOs. It's the Pontiac arrowhead shape back here. Those are in really good condition as well. As we work our way around the back of the car, you'll see our trunk lid here. The gaps on that from side to side are pretty uniform. Elevations are really good too. Rear glass is in excellent shape as well. Nice tinted rear glass, and again, your bright work, that molding around the window is in excellent shape. Nice chrome rear bumper, and then if you look below, we've got the exhaust poking out through the backside here. Again, these are just a nice set of chrome, like a bell type exhaust tip that you can get there for them. Of course, you see the GTO emblem and the Hurst equipped badging back here on the trunk lid. We're going to open this up next, take a look inside, make sure we get our key in the right way. Okay. So you hear the pop, so you can tell that that door or the trunk lock works. All of your trunk seals and weather strip the whole way around here are in great shape. You've got all of the stuff back here. You've got a spare tire mounted on a steel wheel. This is a Cobra tire as well. You've got the original bumper jack. You got the lug wrench. You also have a set of floor mats in here if you wish to use those. A nice trunk mat in here. And again, the trunk floor in this thing is in great condition. Everything's all intact. No patches to speak of whatsoever. and your underside of the trunk lid here, you've got your original decals here too as well. So again, everything's got that stock factory look to it. We'll close this up and we'll walk around to the passenger side. And again, as I look up through the passenger side here, everything's nice and straight. The matching GTO decals, all of your side marker lights in great shape. Again, all your bright work is in excellent condition too. Again, like I said, you got both mirrors, so you do have your passenger side mirror. Glass on this side. Again, vent window, glass in the door, and then your quarter window, all in excellent shape. Our drip rail moldings here, again, nice and straight and polished the whole way around. As I look down through the rain gutter here, everything looks good. Everything's nice and smooth too. Again, your gaps on your door and your elevations are all very even on this side also. We'll take a look inside and just take a look at the interior from this side now. Again, seat covers, there's no rips or tears. You're not going to see any fading or any tears in the carpeting. Headliner's in good shape, and your front dash pad is in excellent shape too, with no cracks present on that. We'll close this up. Again, that door shuts nice and easy as well. And then we'll just kind of walk our way back up. We've got the matching GTO 6.5 liter emblem on the front fender, and back around to the front now. Again, you've got your front bumper here. Again, this is the not the metal bumper, but it's the plastic bumper there. It's got painted the same color as the car. You've got the Pontiac Arrowhead emblem up here as well. The Gto Grills, painted silver here with the GTO badging inside of those. Again, everything is in great shape. The grills are all intact. There's no pieces chipped or broke out of them. Again, all in nice shape. Steel hood, as we started with there talking about. You can see your gaps up along the sides of the hood there. That's all looks good and uniform side to side. You can see your front gap here. Everything looks to be fitting real good on this car. Of course, you've got the scoops up there on your GTO hood. Now we'll go underneath the hood. That way we can talk about the engine and the driveline a little bit. So bear with me as we get the hood open. Okay. So again, you can see the hood latch works. The hood hinges and springs all function as they should. Got the hood insulation underneath, and then we get to the engine. Now again, everything's going to look factory underneath here. You've got the original motor for this car. It's a 400 cubic inch Pontiac motor. You can see you've got the factory style air cleaner with the chrome lid on it. You've got the cast intake manifold underneath that as well. It does have a set of chrome valve covers. It's got a chrome alternator in there as well. Now this car's power brake and power steering, they've gone ahead and upgraded to a Willwood master cylinder. It's four-wheel drum brakes, but like I said, all power though. Now again, power steering, you've got the stock cast exhaust manifolds down here for your exhaust. Those empty out into a set of full duals the whole way back, clear back to the rear end of the car. Got a chrome shroud here, got an aluminum radiator here also, all of your hoses of which all look to be very dry at both ends there. You've got air conditioning in this car as well. You can see that that's all hooked up. Now this would be an aftermarket AC unit, pump and compressor, so again that should cool real efficiently for you there as well. As far as the engine goes, that's pretty much it for that. Got a nice Optima red top battery here. Now behind this motor, you do have the Turbo 400 automatic transmission. And then as far as the rear end goes, to finish out that drive line, you've got the 10-bolt rear, and it's the 273 gear ratio. It is a POSI unit. So with that said, we've been around our car, we've been inside the interior, and now underneath the hood. So we're going to get this up on the lift for you next, take you through the underside, and then we'll fire this big engine up here and let you hear what it sounds like. We're underneath to show you how well the floors look on this car, as well as go over all of the steering, the suspension, both front and rear as well on this car, and the drive line too. So starting up at the front of the car, we've got all original, this is suspension here, both upper and lower control arms, all the ball joints in which are in great shape. just your stock steering components here. Tie rods are nice and straight. Ball joints are all complete with the rubber dust boots on all 4 ends of those. Again, those are all intact, and it's going to keep all of the grease in there, keep dirt and debris out, so it keeps those ball joints good for a long time. You also have the front sway bar here on the car. That's going to tie the 2 front corners together, help it in cornering and maneuverability there also by doing so. A lot of the components on this car, you can tell that most of them have been, replaced. So again, everything's going to be nice and solid up front here, good and stout the whole way back through this car. As far as your drive line goes, we have an all original numbers matching drive line here. We've got the Pontiac 400 cubic inch motor here. We've got a turbo 400 automatic transmission right behind that. It does have the flywheel cover here to help protect anything from getting in there and causing any kind of premature failures there. As far as the oil pan on the motor and the transmission pan, everything all looks to be very dry underneath here. There's no drips or any leaks that I can speak of. The transmission cross member, good and straight back here. The transmission mount itself is in great condition as well. As you can see, we have the emergency brake cables all hooked up, complete, all the way back to the rear drum brakes on this car. And then we have the drive shaft. It is a balanced unit. It's weighted. That's going to help eliminate against any kind of vibrations you might have. And then as far as the rear end goes, this is the 10-bolt rear. It is a POSI unit, a 278 gear in this rear. What you don't see from the camera angle, it's got a nice cast aluminum diff cover here, stamped with GTO on the back. So nice look for it out the back of the car here. Now, as far as your exhaust goes, we've got stock exhaust manifolds up front. We've got full dual exhaust the whole way back. These are a Flowmaster style muffler. I can't really see a name brand. It might be turned up to the top side here, but nonetheless, they are kind of like a Flowmaster style muffler, if not. And then, of course, we've got the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of the rear housing and then straight out the back here, and then they end with a set of nice chrome bell exhaust tips back there. Now, as far as the rear suspension, you can see it's the stock rear, so you got your coil springs here on your rear end. You've got your metric 4-link metric 4-link suspension, which is all stock on this car. As far as the braking system on this car, it's power 4-wheel drum brakes. It does stop very well though for drum brakes. The frame and the floors on this car are in excellent shape. You can see the frame rails here nice and straight the whole way back through on both sides. And then your floors, again, all of the original metal here, no patching, no holes to speak of. You can see all of your stamping lines and all of the floor panels here, and all of the bracing. The original bracing is all intact here as well on that. The trunk floor, from what we can see here, everything looks great from the bottom side. The actual fuel tank itself is in great shape too. All of your straps here are nice. All of the mounting hardware is in great condition too. Again, there's no dents, no dings, nothing like that on that fuel tank. And for the remaining running gear on the car, wheels and tires, we've got 15-inch factory steel Pontiac rally wheels, complete with the trim rings and the PMD Pontiac center caps on these. And then as far as rubber, we've got Cobra Radial GT tires. The size on all 4 of these are 215/70 R15s. So with that said, that's pretty much everything underneath the car. We're going to go ahead and get this down off the lift next, open up the hood, and we'll get that engine fired up. That way you get to hear what that 400 Pontiac sounds like.